6, 5.
Some people will say that diamonds are a girl's best friend, but clearly those people have never owned a dog. I was 26 years old when I decided I wanted to bring a puppy into my life. My family had dogs when I was growing up. We had a Pekingese when I was a kid, and then when I was a teenager we had a Lhasa Apso, but I'd never owned a dog of my own. After doing some research, I knew I wanted a boxer puppy. At the time I had a young infant in my life, and I wanted a dog that was relatively good with kids and people. I happened to find a breeder that was about an hour away from where I was living at the time who had a litter of puppies on the ground. On the day that I happened to go visit this litter, all but one of the puppies was interested in me. There was this one little puppy that was off doing whatever she wanted to do. She was digging holes up under the kennel, she was playing with leaves, she was playing with her mother and her grandmother. She wasn't the least bit interested in me until I picked up a stick. And when I picked up that stick, the whole game changed. There was something special about this puppy. She was sassy, she was spunky, and she had more attitude than all of her siblings combined. And little did I know the journey that this 8-pound furball was about to take me on. When Echo was approaching her first birthday, we were introduced to the game of disc. A couple of friends of mine had come over to visit. They had brought their 2 kids and their dog. We decided we were going to go to the local skate park, take the dogs with us, and go hang out for the afternoon. But we didn't take a water dish with us, so I stopped at a local grocery store, picked up a cheap kids disc, and off to the park we went. When the weekend was over, I threw the disc into the toy box and didn't really think anything else of it. Soon after, Echo started carrying that disc around with her everywhere she went. Every day that I would come home from work, she would carry that disc around in her mouth, wanting to play. So, I eventually decided to try and throw it, and I was pretty terrible.
Drop. Ready? Yes. Oh, good girl. Drop. Yep. Oh. You move too fast. There you go.
After a bit of research, I began to understand exactly how big the sport of canine disc was. I started to meet other players from around the country, I started to get introduced to international players, and finally in June of 2009 I decided to go see my first canine disc event.
Echo, are you excited?
Hey.
Echo,
Yeah, you're playing. All right, give him his.
ready to play frisbee? Wanna play?
Originally, we went to Virginia with the intent of simply watching. I didn't know enough about the game, but I wanted to learn. At the time in North Carolina, there really wasn't a disc scene. There was only maybe 3 of us that actually played the game. So I wanted to learn more about it. Well, following a little bit of peer pressure, we ended up signing up for the Flying Disc Dog Open that weekend. And that kicked off our journey.
Go.
Wicked.
Good try.
Oh.
Good try. Come on.
Just out of the box. Good try, though.
Echo. Drop. Out. Okay, around. Get up. Look up.
Wick.
That's all right. Come on. Good try. Come in. Hey, come here. Come here.
Good way to find out.
Ready, go. Get it. Over here. Oh, come on, girl.
Great throw, Lindsay.
Come on.
But my favorite thing about playing the game with Echo wasn't so much her accomplishments or even the fact that she inspired my first feature film. It was her attitude. She played the game her way and in her time, and she loved to put on a performance. It didn't matter if she had a crowd of 5 or 105 in front of her. She was going to make it known that she was there to play and she wanted everybody to watch her. There were numerous occasions where she would go out for a catch, make that catch, and if there was a crowd, she'd turn around and look at them, as if to say, "Did you see that? I caught it."
All right, Echo, you're up. Bentley standing by. Blaze be getting ready. Followed by Hippie Chick, Yogi, and Gracie Luna. Will she clear the 10? In the 7. You're in the 7.
As well, Echo liked to play the underdog card, and did so on numerous occasions. There were many events, specifically extreme distance events, in the old format where we would go out in our first round of regular throws and we would get 0 catches, only to come back in the glory throw round and either place or win the event. And there were points in her career where we tried freestyle, which was a disaster. We had an amazing 12-year career together, and Echo was a wonderful ambassador for her breed in the sport. There haven't been many boxer dogs throughout the history of this sport that played at a world level. So we hope that we have inspired some people along the way to try breeds that don't necessarily fit the mold. And of course, with all good things, they must come to an end at some point, right? She retired from competitive play 3 years ago and has been living her best retired life since. And this is a tribute video to say thank you for everything you have done for me. I know you don't understand what I'm saying. I know you don't fully grasp exactly what you did in your life, but you have not only inspired me to pursue my own dreams, you've also taught me the value of what it is to overcome hardship. I've watched you go through surgery after surgery. I've questioned when I was going to have to let you go numerous times, only to watch you come back and be better than you were before. You have overcome so much, you have taught me so much, and I hope that the rest of the world has got just an inkling of the lessons that I have from you. I know that it's coming close to where I'm gonna have to take you to the bridge. I'm not ready, I never will be, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the time we've had together, and I'm thankful for all the journeys and people that you've introduced me to.